Recording in progress.
Hello, my name is Ethan Zamora. I am doing my informative speech on how to read a prescription. This is for my COM 1050 class, the public speaking one, and I'm attending Stanford University, and this is for Professor Steve Ryan. My link to my video hasn't, I haven't added it because I'm recording it right now. Okay, so the purpose of my speech here today is to inform and explain to everyone how to read these pharmaceutical codes, because maybe in the not far future, maybe in like 2 years or in the next term when we're learning about pharmacology, it might come in handy to some of us. Reading a prescription is just a good thing to have because you may never know when you might need to. Okay, so there are a ton of different kinds of codes here. You can have a code for how to take, like taking a tablet, taking a capsule, taking liquids, creams, eye drops, and insulin as well. They're very hard to read sometimes. Like for eye drops, there are like it specifies left eye, right eye, like both eyes. I get very confused with those, and insulins as well. Those ones are a little more on the confusing side, but like creams, liquids like syrups, like cough medicines or antibiotic like liquids are kind of easy to read. Capsules, tablets, those are the easiest because, very simple. It's just like one tablet twice a day or one tablet once a day or capsule, you can switch them around. Either one is good. Okay, so these are two simple codes that I've um, put right here. So the first one I have right here is 1TPOQD. So that stands for one right here. I wrote it down here. So one, the number right here stands for how many tablets you're going to be taking. The T is what form of medication it is. Say it could be a soft gel, it could be a capsule, it could be even a tablet, like how I have it right here. I also showed that it's capsule in the second one right here. So the PO, this part right here is the root. It can be taken like either subcutaneously, which is like for insulin. You can eye drops. Um, you have to instill it into your eye. Creams, you can just put like apply to affected area, which is AAA. Or you can put as directed, which is just AD. And then right here is the frequency or how often you are supposed to do it. You like use the medication. So I put QD right here. That stands for once daily. Um, so for the second one, my second example, I have two right here. So, oh shoot. So okay. Anyways, I have two right here. This is how many capsules you're going to be taking. See, two capsules by mouth. That's PO. And then BID stands for 2 times daily. So right here, I have a bunch of codes. These are the codes right here. See, this is like for right ear, it's AD, like with the eardrop. Twice daily right here, BID. Twice at night. Not know that this was one, but it's really interesting to learn some things. The capsules, well, we usually put just C instead, even though you can see right here, C stands for with. We usually put C when we're typing into, or when you see it on a prescription, it's just one capsule. Um, So we don't use D or for dose. Cubic centimeters we do use, like cc's when we're trying to do liquids. So yeah, HS is bedtime. This is an important one. I say subcutaneously. This is how you would use like insulins. You do teaspoons. Everything here is important. Like, it's all shows here. So right here, this is an example of a prescription. Usually it has the medication here written first. So for instance, Colace or Docusate 100 milligrams. So it has to have the name of the medication. It has to have the strength, and then it has to have also the quantity over here, which is 30 tablets, which is what we're dispensing, and the amount is the amount a patient is supposed to be taking is one tablet by mouth. QHS. QHS is bedtime. See the HS right here. Q stands for every, and then HS is bedtime right here. So every night at bedtime, you're supposed to take one tablet. Well, Colace usually doesn't come in tablets. It's usually soft gels or capsules, but yeah, is what it is. So yeah. Also, it's very important that the doctor signs it. You also need the patient's name and date of birth. It's just very important, and the date that it was signed. Refills are right here. Usually, it can like there's check marks on the side, like little boxes on the side of the prescriptions that you can check off, but whether or not you want like a refill for the patient or not. Okay, so I'm doing this. What I expect out of this is to kind of inform everyone that's watching this how to read these like prescriptions. They're pretty important. I mean, we might come across them when we're working as nurses, like when the doctor writes a script, we might need to read them. Because maybe a pharmacy can call and they can ask us like to confirm directions or something like that. Usually the nurses will just pass it to a doctor, but sometimes the doctor will be busy and the nurses will go into the patient's file and be like, yeah, and read the script and see if you can refill it. Um, this was also probably going to be important for our next term in pharmacology. I believe it is our next term. Our next term or the term after that when we have pharmacology. That's when I believe it will be most useful because we're going to probably be using that. Okay, to conclude my little speech here, just wanted to teach you guys and explain to you guys how like to read a prescription and how these codes are, and yeah, we might need to use this in the future. Pharmacy calls us, or like if we're working in ER, we're for sure going to get calls from pharmacies asking if this is the correct medication or if we should be dispensing this one. It's a very common thing. Pharmacies will always be like, hey, this is like too high of a dose. You read it, you can confirm that it's too high of a dose, and you give it to the doctor, and the doctor will be like, yeah, it might be a little too high. Little things like that. So yeah. And then here are my references. These are the references that I have for the pictures. Um, and I believe that is the end of my speech. Thank you.